Excuse me. What in the world are you thinking?
Mean Gene, the first thing you need to do is to tell these people to shut up if you want to hear what I gotta say.
What up, y'all? It's KMB, the Sexy Ninja, in the place to be for a Paper Saber universe. And this is the New World Podcast, brother. And we're going to talk about Monday Night Raw, October 2nd, 2023. It's October, folks. Whew, I can feel it, too. I can feel it in my bones. I can feel it. Spooky season's upon us. And it is getting a little chilly, which I like. So I'm not sweating balls like crazy. But Wade Barrett, Michael Cole's on commentary. We started off with Nia Jax and Shayna Baszler. They were supposed to have a match, but they just started beating the shit out of each other before the cameras were rolling. That's how we started the show. And it was just chaos. Raquel Rodriguez comes out, and they're fighting. And Rhea Ripley has made her big return, and she's waiting in the... She got in that brawl. She started going after Nia Jax after everything Nia Jax has done. And Rhea stays in the ring. She grabs the mic. She goes, all right, I'm here to handle some Judgment Day business. Because, you know, a lot has happened since she's been gone. They have a Cody problem. They have a Jay problem. They have Dom losing his championship to Trick Williams. So Mommy is a little pissed off. She calls out the Judgment Day, Damian, Dom. And she's like, hey, you know, I left for a bit, blah, 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 blah. You know, and she kind of blames Damian for it. And Damian's like, whoa, mommy. You know, I got my championships. I got my Mr. Money in the Bank. Where's little Dom's championship? And then Rhea's like, all right, I got to talk to the kid. And turns around and goes, you're my papi, right? He's like, yeah, I'm your papi. You know, don't hurt me, mommy. And she goes, tomorrow night on NXT, you got a rematch for that North American Championship against Trick Williams. But if you don't come home, if you don't win that championship, don't bother coming home. And I'm like, oh. I was like, even I got scared. I wasn't even in the ring with her. I was like, oh. You know, my mommy put her foot down. I was like, okay, all right. And then while this happens, Jey Uso comes out, interrupts everything, and he goes, hey, mommy, we missed you. We all missed you. And I was like, whoa. It gets a little callback to you when Finn's like, and mommy's a fan. He's like, oh, mommy's a fan, huh? All right. Some great moments, man. And then Damian gets a little hot-headed, and he's like, hey, you know, I'm sick of you talking. And he turns around, and then Dirty Dom's like, I got this. And then fucking Damian, I love Damian so much. He's like, okay, fine, it's a good idea. Let the kid take care of it. You know, go ahead. Take care of Jey Uso. And then it ends up being a fight. Jay McDonough comes out. Then they come out to save his Cody. You know, this doesn't set up a match, though. Like, usually, with what happens in the starting of the show, sets up matches for the night. So, and, like, nothing really came of this for a Jey Uso match or a J.D. McDonough match or a Cody match or anything of that nature. It was just a lot thrown at us in the starting with Nia Jax and Shayna fighting. Then Raquel Rodriguez. This sets up Raquel and Nia Jax next week. Then the big return of Rhea Ripley. Then, of course, Jey Uso and J.D. McDonough. Then Cody. But nothing really came of it. So I was a little like, okay, that was fun. Now, you took 30 minutes of my life and put it in here. That was good. Alpha Academy versus Imperium, our first match of the night. Fun match, of course. Otis, my spirit animal. But Imperium won. So this is building the tension more with Alpha Academy and Chad Gable. And I think Chad's going to get one more shot at that Intercontinental Championship. And I think he will dethrone Gunther at some point. You know, so they're letting Gunther have this historic, iconic, longest reigning Intercontinental Championship run. But it's all going to come to an end. And I think it's going to be emotional as fuck when Chad finally gets there. But we still got to build there. So we still have Alpha Academy and Imperium beefing. Next up, we have Adam Tegan Knox, because they announced that Becky Lynch is not going to be able to compete. Because if you watched No Mercy or checked out my review, her and Tiffany went balls to the wall extreme. And Becky got a nasty gash on her elbow, I believe. Oh, She even showed it on Instagram, and I saw it. They even showed it on TV. They're like, if you're too squeamish, and they showed it, I was like, ah! Damn, they really beat the shit out of each other. But Tegan Nox will get her opportunity next week. Chelsea interrupts, and she goes, hey, you're not champ material, blah, blah, blah. Sets up. Tegan's like, hey, I got an idea. What about me versus... Adam goes, this? He goes, yeah, this. So we got Tegan Nox and Chelsea going to fight each other later on tonight. Big Bronson Reed versus Cedric Alexander. Who do you think was going to win? They didn't even let Cedric come out to his own music. He probably did during the break, but Bronson Reed comes out. I'm like, oh. And that tsunami. And poor Cedric. Poor bastard. Anyone that takes that, I'm just like, oof. Because even I love when Wade Barrett, it's a tsunami! I still don't like the moniker of Big Bronson Reed. You could have called him the Tsunami Bronson Reed. He could have used his finisher name as his fucking name, not Big. I don't know why I have such a beef with it, but I just don't like it. Big Bronson Reed. I know he's big. You know what? We could translate the monster. No, not the monster. That's Braun Strowman. But like the Tsunami Bronson Reed sounds better than Big Bronson Reed. Just my opinion. Bronson Reed beat Cedric Alexander. Surprise. Adam's backstage with Drew McIntyre. He has a new lease on life, if you will. He's going to address it tonight. He was supposed to be on Miz TV, but I got confused there when they were announcing the lineup. And Miz TV with Drew McIntyre. I'm like, wait, did I see this last week? I did see this last week, right? But Drew's like, no, I'm not doing that again. You can tell Miz if he puts his stupid face out there that, he's gonna smash it. Smash. Then we have Tommaso Ciampa, Gunther contract signing. A contract signing that turned different. That was a little different. Of course, there was chaos. Of course, the tables flew. Of course, all this happened. But not only was this championship supposed to be next week, this championship happens tonight because Ciampa gets Gunther pissed off and gets him riled up, and then he's that. Well, instead of waiting, why don't we do this tonight? And then Adam's like, whoa, tonight? And then he's like, yeah. So it sets up our big main event for this evening, Ciampa versus Gunther for the Intercontinental Championship. I was like, oh, we're actually going to get this match tonight. I'm excited. Judgment Day's backstage with JD McDonough. They're back there. Damien's getting mad, and he sees JD. He's like, "God damn it!" And then Mommy's like, "Hey, calm down, everyone, calm down." Then JD says some things. He has some plans. We can conquer and divide, and this and that. And Rhea's like, "Hey, that's a good idea." Blah blah blah. Go go handle yourself, Damien. And Damien's like, "You know what? After hearing what you said, good idea." So I'm wondering if JD's now officially part of the Judgment Day. So that's what's going to be crazy. But what happens with all this chaos, with everything that was going on, I forgot to mention that in the starting of the show because, a lot's thrown at you. But we have Cody Rhodes, Jey Uso versus the Judgment Day, Finn and Damien, for the Undisputed Tag Team Championships. That's what came out of it. And I don't know why I blanked on that. But no, that's what comes out of it with this whole Judgment Day thing and everything like that. Like, Cody and Jay are going to team up together to take them on for the Undisputed Tag Team Championships. And that's at Fastlane. That's a big match right there. Will Cody and Jay be on the same page and take those titles away? Damien lost his title. I don't think Damien's going to get back to the championship anytime soon. Trick Williams has that rocket to his back and he's going to shoot to the moon. We shall see. Xavier Woods versus Ivar from Viking Raiders, Nova Hala. Woo, man. This was a damn good match. And Xavier picking up Ivar. Oh, this match was awesome. Kofi was on commentary, which made it even more fun. And Xavier Woods for the win. I was like, holy shit. I grabbed my head. I was like, oh my God, Kofi beat Ivar? Oh, then Ivar gets mad, attacks Xavier, then attacks Kofi, then he does a moonsault, and bam, destroys them both. I was waiting for Big E's music. I don't know when Big E's going to... I don't know. Every time they do these moments where Kofi and Xavier's getting beat down, especially by just Ivar, I was like, okay, come on. No, okay, fine. Seth freaking Rollins is with Michael Cole in the ring. Michael Cole getting a little personal with Seth, asking him, why do you want this match with Shinsuke, even though it's a last man standing match, the most brutal match you've probably been in? Blah, blah, blah. He tells him, like, hey, why? Your kids, your family, but you've done everything. You're an architect. You even call him a puppeteer. And he's now being the puppet because of Shinsuke. little throwbacks. And then everyone's harping on that as like, it's the CM Punk. Shh, we know, we're in the know, I don't think CM Punk's going to show up anytime soon anywhere. I think CM Punk is going to go off and do his thing, just be out of the limelight for a while. I just feel like if there was going to be a paper deal with CM Punk, it probably would have happened already. But everyone jumped on this, what Michael said to Seth. It was like, did you see what he said? See what he said there? I think that's a little bit too far of a reach. But who am I? We're in the age where Edge now jumped to another company. Oh, sorry, Adam Copeland. As Mr. MJF rolls his eyes when he was naming off the roster. So, then Shinsuke interrupts with his video with him counting and whatnot, and he attacks Seth, beats him down, beats him to the point to where he goes 1, 2, all the way up to 10. And, it's just a sign of what's going to happen. And Shinsuke says he's going to tear him apart. And Seth, I feel like I'm going for Shinsuke in Fastlane. So I can't wait to get my picks and predictions this week. Becky and Tegan backstage. Becky's like, hey, sorry, kid, arm. You're not medically cleared, but, soon. Me and you will face each other, and me and you means next week. Natalya interrupts. She changed her tune for some reason. She's like, I'm a bitch. And now she's like, hey, I'm not about being that bitch. I'm not a bitch. So, Tegan, I'm sorry. Chelsea Green with Piper versus Tegan Knox. Tegan Knox for the win. I don't know. I get kind of pissed off when they're doing Chelsea. Like, I love Chelsea Green. I think Chelsea Green's amazing. And she even dyed her hair, too. She looks great. But this constant losing, this constant Karen thing, I'm going to talk to the manager. I don't know. It was fun at first, but I'm like, I want more from Chelsea, and I think Chelsea can be much better with a different, opportunity of storytelling. That's just because I'm a big fan of Chelsea Green. Jay's backstage with Byron. Talks about the match with Cody. He's like, hey, Jay's like, hey, it's a big match. This is a big, big match, We got to do it, yo. We got to take out the Judgment Day. He came over here for opportunities and stuff like that. I don't think he came here to be like, I'm going to tag with Cody Rhodes, but it happens. It happens. So this is a big, big pay-per-view this Saturday. Drew McIntyre goes out. Miz interrupts. Sets up Drew McIntyre versus The Miz. Drew McIntyre has addressed, though. He's like, I'm done being nice. I'm done being the nice guy. I'm done doing this. Blah, 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 blah. I need to worry about me. No one came to my aid when I got my ass beat by the Judgment Day because he just does not like Jay whatsoever. But then during the commercial break, we got The Miz. The Miz is in a suit. But Drew McIntyre for the win. Miz knocked out. Once again, The Miz, my boy, just taken out. Jackie is backstage with Trick Williams. Introducing himself to the larger community on Raw. I was like, oh, Trick Williams, Trick Gang. Oh, man, looking good with that championship. Judgment Day interrupt because Dom is going to have one more opportunity to try to take that championship. But the problem is Judgment Day is coming along with him. So we shall see if Trick Williams will make it out with that North American Championship, because this time Dom's not alone, because when he faced Trick, he was alone. Cody Rhodes comes out. I was like, here's Cody. Then he does the thing where he got fast lane, blah, blah, blah. I'm Cody. And he's like, and left. Alpha Academy's backstage. Chad is like, hey, Otis, don't feel bad. We're gonna fix everything. Kind of implying to the future. He's like, hey, it's okay, Otis. He's like, we're gonna be fine. We're gonna kick some ass. We're gonna take some names. Don't worry, Otis. And he told Otis, don't be sad. Now the main event. The Intercontinental Championship is on the line. Gunther with Imperium versus Tommaso Ciampa. And Imperium brings Gunther out. They leave. What a fucking match. And they gave him enough time. It was back and forth. Moments where I thought Ciampa was going to get the win. I was rooting. I was like, come on. Kick his ass. And then I was like, oh no, I love Gunther though. I love Gunther, the ring general. I love him so much. And it was a back and forth battle all the way down to the end. Gunther got the win. I was like, damn, that, the two power bombs, bam, bam. And I was like, oh, he's done. Then just chokes out Tommaso Ciampa, and Tommaso just selling it and just going limp, going dead. Ref counts. Imperium comes out. They start attacking, and guess what? Johnny Gargano is back. DIY, baby. As mentioned by Michael Cole, I was like, oh, you know. All right, San Jose, California is rocking tonight. But does that mean any singles opportunity for these two is kind of out the window for now? Because, like, Michael specifically said DIY as a reference to their tag team in NXT. So I was like, oh, okay. So we're putting them in the tag team division, but I wanted more, like, solo runs with these two. But it's okay. Johnny Gargano's back. Ciampa's back with him. So we'll see what happens next week on Monday Night Raw. But one hell of an Intercontinental Championship match. Gunther versus Ciampa. Fucking, that's my match of the night. Second out to that is Xavier Woods versus Ivar. That was just, Alpha Academy and Imperium, they can go all day. They can go every day. And it's still going to be something good. I'm glad that Rhea Ripley's back. I can't wait to see what happens on NXT. Fastlane is revving up ahead. Pun intended. So I give this show, though, a solid 5 out of 5. We started off with some chaos, a little more chaos. We got matches set up for Fastlane. It's going to be crazy. And Judgment Day is going to be on SmackDown. And Cody said he's going to be on SmackDown. Jey Uso's going to be on SmackDown. So I'm like, are we going to get interactions between Cody and, like, Jimmy? And Jimmy's going to interrupt with Jay or something like that? Like, there's so many possibilities that can happen on SmackDown, the go-home show for Fastlane. So I was like, all right, week, hurry up, get your ass in gear, and let's roll to Fastlane. All right, y'all. Drop those comments below. Tell me what you thought of the show. I give the show a solid 5 out of 5. This was a great Monday Night Raw. Drop those comments below. What did you like? What you dislike? Everything like that. Let me know. And like and subscribe. Share with your grandma. Share with your grandma. Share with the bum down at Walmart. I am KMB, the Sexy Ninja. Go to ProWrestlingTees.com/New World Podcast. Get yourself that sweet nWp logo created by Penta X. That's it. That's all. And remember, the New World Podcast is for life, brother.
First and foremost, importantly, can we please welcome back Miss Rhea Ripley.